All right, y'all, let's get to it, man. Mm, I'm not gonna go too hard, but some people might take it like I'm going hard. So, first of all, if you don't fit in this category, shout out to y'all, man. Much love to you, much respect. Uh, but I also want to say, because people want me to keep bringing up the whole Miss Cora thing. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Miss Cora. I spoke about her indirectly. Remember, I said Indian women who date black men can be categorized and put into a box. And I described her box. If you watch that video and you watch her videos, you'll see exactly what box I'm talking about. She fits into it perfectly. But I ain't got nothing bad to say about Miss Cora, man. The only thing I can say that might be bad is that to the best of my understanding, those not all of her kids. Her birth kids. She didn't birth all of them kids. But anywho, that's another story. But all this shit keep popping up. It's making its way over to YouTube. I mean, it's been on YouTube, but it wasn't big. But then when it hit Instagram and TikTok, it started to blow up. And what really pushed me, I push it every time. I keep saying it every year, and every time somebody say something, hey man, you gonna speak on it? You gonna speak on it? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Problem is, I've been speaking on this way before it was an issue. I was speaking on black and Indian dating before people thought it was even possible. So I kind of feel like I done it, but a lot of people, like, I can't find them videos or this and this and that. But what really pushed my buttons today was I watched a video by, I guess, some African dude or something. I believe his channel was called I Got Game. And he's talking about he's talking about like Indian woman want one black man. Now, I did fast forward over one little part, like I probably passed up between 20 and 40 seconds of his video. But he chasing, he capping for clout. Not one time in that video, unless it happened during the 20 to 40 seconds that I skipped, did any Indian woman in there say anything about they moving the black man, they want black man, nothing of that sort. And if the 20 to 40 seconds part that I skipped is where she says that the one girl who was talking during that time has a black man. It's the only Indian girl who has a black man. And that's bad if you named your whole video and out of like 9 minutes. That's like 9 minutes. That's about 9 minutes. Somebody only said something one time about it for a few seconds. But he had all these other Indian girls up on there, and they ain't talking about black men. They ain't talking about brothers. Black men are so desperate to have an Indian girl that they willing to sell themselves short. There's Indian girls on there talking about how they feel like they being treated racistly when they, by white people in their community. And I feel like only one girl said it accurately. They're making you think they're talking about white, like Europeans and white Americans and Canadians and shit like that, but they're talking about white Indians. But more importantly than that, people are mistaking this shit as they say, oh, they need to respect dark people. They need to respect dark skinned people. They're not talking about dark skinned people as in black people. They're talking about themselves, dark skinned Indians. Now, Indians today, a few years ago, became super popular for them to be calling themselves brown. But I am a black man, but I have been raised in India for most of my life. I'm gonna tell you like this: I ain't never heard back in the day when I was growing up, Indian people refer to themselves as brown. I can only think of one way, in one circumstance I could, but for the most part, they refer to themselves. They were called like wheat, and depending on their skin tone, they were wheat, wheatish, dark wheat, light wheat, shit like that. But that's another story. So you can't have no stop having sympathy for these Indian girls on TikTok and shit, because you're really simping. They're not talking about you. They're not talking about. They understand what you're going through, and they coming to you now because you black men. They understand your pain. The dark ones, hate you too. It's a shame that most Indian girls that's dark skinned are racist towards black men. Even the darkest of the darkest. You got some parts of India that got dark people that's darker than black people. But then they hate you. You're looked down upon. You're not responsible. You're not educated. You're dangerous. So forth and so forth. You know? But my time is running out, so I'll go hard if need be. And the thing is, more black people need to wake up. But the problem is, there's not enough black people up out here who have that experience of actually being with Indian girls who was raised in India, being with Indian girls who they met in India and they actually lived in India. They don't know this lifestyle. I feel like I'm the only black man up out here who really know about that life. With that being said, let's talk about it. But stop capping. These Indian girls don't give a fuck about you, black man. Most Indian girls that's dark don't even give a fuck about other dark Indian men.